All right, well, Araba, I think that for me,
Yes.
what you've just said about the pupils has to do more with courtesy than morality. And I would like us to look at it from a macro perspective. I like to think that the average Ghanaian person has a good moral compass, innately at least. However, situations will test that morality. I'll give an example of, let's say you're an Uber driver, barely making ends meet, and a passenger leaves their purse or wallet with 500 Ghana cedis or X amount in there. Your child needs their school fees paid. Your wife needs, you need to pay your wife's medical bills, what have you. And then you see this. A person with good moral standing or compass will return it. However, desperation will force you to think twice. Or we may say,
Okay, so generally we are talking about bad morals here and how it's corrupting the society.
But I don't think it's fair to look at just the bad. We need to balance the conversation because every human being has
good
the
morals,
good and the bad.
No, but if we're all exhibiting good morals, there wouldn't be a problem, would there?
No, but that's
we're talking about this because it's a problem. Because everybody or most people are exhibiting bad morals.
But it's a problem because the economic situation has gotten worse.
That's fine. But
you understand?
The point is
that's
that
why
there's a problem.
It seems like it's rampant now. But human beings have always been human beings. We've had the good and the bad.
Right? We used to study religious and
RME,
religious and moral education.
We still study it.
We still study
it in GS.
We do. So which religion?
Wait,
what
you
morality?
Doing that in GIS?
That is beside the point. I don't know where this naughtiness is coming from. But basically,
no, they do.
Ask Araba.
Did you study it?
Yes, I did.
Really?
Yes, I did.
What did you learn? Tell us what you learned.
I learned a lot. Araba.
Like what?
That's why I'm here. I mean, hey.
There was
nice way to deflect.
Course, is it BK? Something is it Bible knowledge before the
Bible knowledge.
Religious and moral education.
It's past my time.
Then
how old are you? How old are you? How old are you?
It's past my time.
Is that your matter?
So back to the point. Back to the point. Religious
knowledge.
and moral education (RME). It was supposed to instill some sort of, moral ethics in us growing up. And I'm just wondering whether, we're falling off the edges. What has happened?
We have not fallen off. I think it's just because now connectivity has made it so that we see it. People would we wouldn't have seen the pupils insulting the president if they hadn't taken the phone and videoed it. You understand? So that's how come I feel like it looks more rampant now. Just because on average, the average Ghanaian has good moral standing doesn't mean that we don't have some who have poor morals. It doesn't mean that. I'm saying on average, if you take the 35 million Ghanaians maybe now, the politicians make maybe 5% of that population. You understand? Yes, maybe that 5% are the bad eggs. But in general, when you look at the population, you will say someone will go and stand on the street and insult the president, so they have bad morals. It's because they are frustrated. The economic, when you talked about those olden days, the 80s, not 83, because, not a comma back, but the 80s or the 70s or the 60s, things were good. You find someone, or the Bebrel, things were okay, people could eat. Things are hard now. The inflation alone, people cannot feed themselves. So me, if I can't feed myself, I will steal to feed myself.
Angela, these children.
No, wait. These children.
No, listen. Did you just say that you would steal if you cannot feed yourself?
Yes, I come here because at the end of the day, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that is my most basic and animalistic instinct, which is to feed myself.
Angela, no
people kill to feed themselves.
Angie, no matter the circumstance, if you are morally not upright, you are not upright morally.
You sit there, there's food here, because it's not yours, you are hungry.
So you will kill somebody to go and eat that food.
If you are morally upright,
but you still
not do that.
You see, when it comes to feeding, maybe once you fed yourself, you have clothes on your back, you have a shelter, your roof over your head. When you've met the first three needs, then yes, you can then decide that I am a person of integrity, so I won't steal. But once you're hungry, why do people steal and they lynch them? Because they're hungry.